Have you ever been in a relationship that felt wrong, but I couldn't put your finger on why? Well, maybe it's because you ignored a deal breaker. In today's video, we'll be talking about why deal breakers are very important for healthy relationships. Please don't go anywhere, stick and stay. I'll be right back. Hi everyone, welcome back again to my channel. If you don't know who I am, I'm Cutie Carrot. Yeah, the only cutie in the building. Please, if you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, okay? So you don't miss out on any content I post. Thank you. Now getting straight into business. Like I mentioned earlier, we'll be discussing deal breakers today, and I'm sure one or two people will be wondering what they are. Deal breakers are these non negotiable traits or behaviors that, if are present in a relationship, it means it will just not work out for you. Think of them as your personal line in the sand. Cross it and it's game over for you. First, let's talk about some common deal breakers. These are things that for many people are absolute no-goes in relationships. The number one on my list is dishonesty and lack of trust. If someone keeps lying or hiding things from you, it makes it very hard to build a solid foundation. Disrespect or abusive behavior is also one of the deal breakers a lot of people look out for in a relationship. In fact, it's one of my deal breakers as well. Yes. It could be in any form. It could be emotionally, verbally, or even physically. Please remember that none of these is acceptable. Let me repeat myself. None of these is acceptable. And number three items on my list is addictive behaviors without willingness to change. You know, there are some people who are addicted to certain behaviors like smoking, drinking, substance abuse, gambling, and whatnot. For me, it's a no-no. If someone is addicted to such a behavior and is willing to change and makes an effort to change, then I could manage it. But if not, please, I beg, I can't take it. I can't tolerate it, okay? So, yeah, it can actually have a serious negative effect on the relationship. And so, it's a no go area for a lot of people. Now, the last on my list is if the parties involved in the relationship have major lifestyle differences. Okay, for example, it could be that the lady wants kids or needs kids, but the gentleman doesn't. You know, such things bring a lot of confusion, misunderstanding, and things like that. And yeah, won't be any good for the relationship. Okay. Another example is if there's a major difference in religious beliefs. Okay, for example, if one is a Christian and the other is a Muslim, and there's a significant clash in beliefs, it could cause trouble. And so, yeah, for someone like me, it's a no-no. Yes, these are just a few examples of the deal breakers, but hey, remember, someone's deal breaker might not be that of another person. Okay, for example, I might be okay with maybe just saying, please, I beg you, a drunkard, but someone might not be okay with such a person. So, yeah, in such circumstances, we call them gray areas. Gray areas can be very tricky. Not everything that bothers you in a relationship is actually a deal breaker. They could be red flags, okay? And there's a difference between deal breakers and red flags. Let's get into knowing what the differences are. First of all, a deal breaker is a behavior or a trait that you just can't deal with in a relationship. There's nothing on it that you can actually do to make you be okay with that behavior, okay? But red flags are these behaviors that you can address. Basically, if you address it and your partner is willing to work on it, yes, then it's a red flag. But for deal breakers, they can be worked on to make you okay or to make you tolerate it, okay? So yeah, that's the major difference between a deal breaker and a red flag. For example, a red flag might be poor communication skills, and if your partner is willing to work on it, then you'll be okay in the relationship. It's not going to cause any issues. So now the key is to ask yourself, is this behavior something I can live with or tolerate for a very long time? Or is it something that is going to compromise with my happiness, joy, peace, and everything in the long run? Let's be honest, sometimes we ignore deal breakers, and I'm the number one culprit of this. Maybe it's because we are mostly infatuated, or we are scared that we can't live without the person, or we also have the hope that this person will change. But no, you actually deserve a relationship that aligns with your values and bring you nothing but happiness. Not one where you are constantly sacrificing your needs. No. Now let's make this very personal. Your deal breakers will depend on your values, your goals, and your experiences. For example, if financial stability is a priority for you, you might consider poor money management as a deal breaker, which is okay. Or if health and fitness are a big part of your life, you might want to consider someone who also shares in that lifestyle. Take some time to reflect on what truly matters to you. Think about your past relationships, what worked out and what didn't. And now, what are your absolute non-negotiables? You may choose to write them down. Moving on to some tips for identifying and enforcing deal breakers in a relationship. Like I said earlier, reflect on your past relationships. Note what worked out for you and what didn't. 2. Write them down. Seeing them in black and white can help solidify them in your mind. 3. Communicate early. Don't wait till when the relationship is far gone. That is where you're now have to tell your partner, I don't like this, I don't like that, this is my deal breaker, this is that. No. No. If possible, discuss these things during the talking stage. Okay? And the very last thing to do is to stick to them. When you're talking to someone and you communicate your non-negotiables, don't be scared. Don't be afraid. Okay? I know it will be difficult at the beginning, but try so hard to stick to them. It will do you a lot of good, because knowing your boundaries will save you from bigger problems along the line. At the end of the day, deal breakers aren't about being picky or judgmental. They're just about you trying so hard to protect your peace and happiness, and also building a relationship that truly works for you. Remember, knowing your deal breakers is not about you just saying no to the wrong person. It is just about you making space for the right one. Yeah. So guys, these are my deal breakers. Okay, now it's your turn. I'd love to read what yours are. Please don't forget to drop them in the comment section. And if you've not given this video a thumbs up yet, please do so. Don't also forget to share it to friends, family, and loved ones. And please subscribe. I beg of you. Okay, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Until then, it's peace. Bye bye.